Hello, wonderful people. It has been quite a long time since I uploaded. And I say this pretty much every other video because I don't have a goal or structure when it comes to these podcasts and videos just yet. All I do know is I'm doing this in my own way of service to the Holy Spirit in some way that I can contribute in my own way. I do believe every human can teach you something that you don't know. Everyone is a teacher. And I just want to come back to you guys and tell you about what I've learned on my little hiatus a few months. And the reason why I haven't been as active is I've been distracting myself. And of course, there has been other reasons. I moved out, I had to get an internet provider, all this stuff. But I had plenty of opportunities to be of service, but I was thinking, am I at the right place to be of service? And honestly, I had to say no. I think the reason why was because I was distracting myself. Now, the ego loves distraction because it's so easy just to look away at the problem, not focus on your beliefs and just let it fester and grow. It's so much easier just going on YouTube or not acknowledging these hidden negative beliefs we have about ourselves. And these beliefs come through negative emotion. When you're feeling down, it's probably because you're believing something about yourself that's not true or that's very negative. What my response was to that was always to go and distract myself. I would feel this pain. I didn't want to feel the pain. So then I'll just go on YouTube or watch some TV or distract myself in whatever way not to feel this pain. And sure, the pain subsided in a way, but then it'd come back, even greater. And I realized I had to do something about it. So I started meditating, transforming your emotions. I think I'll post the link in the description. And that really helped me. And also just giving myself time to be away from my phone. Now, in this day and age, there are so many distractions, and the phone is one of the biggest ones, especially for me. I just love being on my phone, going on Reddit and all that, but I lose track of time. I lose track of what I came here to do, and I tend to waste time. And it's even worse when I'm, feeling negative. I go on my phone 10 times more because I don't want to feel it. But the pain has grown so big that I decided to actually look at the beliefs. I used Spiri. I think I mentioned in my earlier videos, it was made by the Course in Miracles community. And it's like The Work by Byron Katie, if you're familiar with that, where you basically talk to a chat AI bot. You talk about whatever's bothering you and get to the point where you find out what that belief is. Like for me, I had very negative beliefs about myself, that I was just distracting myself. I didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to believe that I was thinking such horrible, horrible thoughts about myself. But when I did the work, I looked at it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is who in the right mind would think about themselves in that way. That's it. I wasn't in my right mind. I was in my wrong mind, my distracted ego pain body mind. Because whatever you resist persists. But as the Course teaches us, discomfort will rise in order us to get into action. I'm paraphrasing. I don't have the Course memorized at all, but there was something in that where it's like discomfort will is used to get us to awake, basically. Because if we were totally numb and didn't feel anything, we wouldn't change. But that pain is there to serve us as well, to say, hey, this is a negative belief you have. You have to look at this, or else it'll persist. What you resist persists. What you look at goes away. And sometimes that's a really hard lesson for me because it's so addictive, not just to distract yourself, not to care about the problem, just not look at it, pretend it doesn't exist. But it goes bigger and bigger. The pain gets more and more intense until finally, it can manifest in the physical world, like maybe you get sick or Luckily for me, I was just like, I just had enough of, like, I want to feel good. I want to be happy. So I did spirit and meditation. I started writing in my notebook, and it really, really helped because I stopped distracting myself and I was willing to heal myself instead of just letting that problem fester. And it takes willingness. It takes willingness to change that belief, to look at that negative part of ourselves, be like, oh crap, look at this belief I have about myself. But I'm so glad that I did look at it and see how absurd it was. I wrote some really awful things about myself. I'm like, gosh, if I truly love myself and if I truly believe that I'm part of the infinite creator, I'm as perfect as God created me. Is that in line with what the course teaches? I'm as perfect as God created me. And it's like 100% opposite of that belief. And I said, if I was in my right mind, would I keep on to this belief? And absolutely not. And I immediately felt lighter. And I have a more general sense of being happy. And of course, I felt inspired to give that to you guys and get back on track. I've mentioned this before. This is more of a reminder for me than for you guys. Having an hour of silence or giving yourself a few minutes of not being on your phone, not doing much of anything, maybe just going on a walk or whatever, just talking to yourself, having that quiet time for yourself. Because I do believe in the silence. There's the wisdom, guides, the Holy Spirit, God, whatever you want to talk to. You commune with that in the silence. You don't commune with that part of us in a distracted state. It's just not possible. But you give yourself that time to calm down and silence your mind. That's where great wisdom comes. And I asked the Holy Spirit, what are some things I could do today that would make this day the best day, the most fulfilling day? I wrote them down, started doing them. And I know I said this before in my previous videos. And like I said, reminder for me as much as for you guys. But it just feels so much better going into the silence than distracting yourself. 1 hour of silence is worth more than 5 hours being distracted on your phone. Because all we really want is the peace of God. Like the Course says, all we really want is the peace of God. And that happens in the silence. Peace. Peace is the absence of conflict. And the conflict is in our minds. Alright guys, I think my message is clear. I'd urge you guys to take a few minutes, an hour or more, to just clear up your headspace. Get into that silent state of mind and listen to that higher power. It works wonders, guys. This is a reminder for me and for you. Alright, take care and God